I think it's the best campus to learn interior design in the US. I treasure what I learned here, the interdisciplinary approach that we were taught, because every day in our careers we work with architects closely, landscape designers. There's always engineers and just the whole plethora of things that we come in contact with on every project. And it's just wonderful to learn about the buildings themselves and sort of the intent of the building, and that the interior is just a sort of a further blossoming of the design so that the two marry well together. I think that was just a key part of this program. So I highly recommend it. I love coming back to campus and seeing the students and how the school is still teaching at the highest level of interior design, understanding the entire approach as a team with people from all sorts of expertise have to come together to make wonderful buildings that are safe and beautiful.
What inspired you to come back today? I mean, obviously you're a busy person. You were telling me about you had 4 projects in 4 weeks, and yet you still made time to drive all the way down here and talk to our interior design students about ethics. Why is that important to you as a junior level?
I really think that there's energy that comes from students. So it not only is reminiscent of being at that stage and sort of having the fun of talking to them about what stages they're going to go through in their growth and how to build for themselves a career that is not only fruitful for the clients, but also for themselves and their personal journey through design. So I just love it. I feel like the students show up with energy and questions, and who doesn't love being around young people and seeing them learn? It's just really a fun thing to be on campus.
Speaking of young people, decision day to get in for the class of 2027 was last week. For those that were accepted to University of Florida top 5 program, what would you say as a recruiting pitch for them to major in interior design?
I can't imagine a place or a sensibility of your design approach that has as much depth and understanding of the built environment. You not only have to understand the way people flow through a space and how the spaces need to relate to each other and what you're trying to accomplish in the space and the building, and then in the end have the entire fascinating thing of applying lighting and color and texture and just making that building sing is just something that I can't imagine doing anything else. At the time, we were able to take many of our classes and blended in the multidisciplinary, and I literally would know what part they had to play in the building. And I thought just taking it home to, you get to take a human and put it in the space and then just make that space react in the way it was intended. If it's a research facility, that it is ready for the researchers, and if it is a restaurant, that it's ready for patrons to enjoy it, and the noise level is taken care of, and all the things that you want in the different kinds of spaces that we approach. It's just, there's nothing more fun than making that come to a final project and seeing the businesses be successful or the homes be successful, whichever part of design you go into. It's fascinating to see it come to see that thing come together at the end. There's just nothing like it.
Yeah. And then last question, you touched on it earlier about the interdisciplinary nature of the curriculum here at DCP. Can you just touch on that, and why is that so important for our interior design students to have classes with architects and construction managers and landscape?
Anytime you can get the disciplines that will work together their whole career in the same room talking about a project, it's going to have great positive effects on them as professionals. So I loved the way we took classes with the architects. We had projects that had architects involved and landscape, and it was just wonderful to see their take on things, and that the landscape people said, not only is this going on inside, but some great light here would be a fabulous way to have the inside to have the out and in kind of have a marriage between the two. And I just think those memories of me have always changed the way I approach design. And now I look forward to adding those same different voices into every project we're in early and to do it together. So very excited about the more and more collaborative experience that's going on here at Gainesville.